Hold on.
Yep.
Wait. Oh, I already started recording. Oh, well. I'm in the wrong spot, but I don't care. What's up, nerds? Welcome to Nintendo Power Block Emergency Direct episode!
Yes!
So, okay, the Direct happened like an hour ago, and Jesse messaged me, and I woke up because I heard my phone buzz, and he's like, was that it? I was like, was what it? He's like, that mini Direct. And I was like, wait, what? So I got on my phone, got on Nintendo's Facebook page, and my wife was leaving, and I was like, shut up, woman! Try to watch. And she's like, pause. I'm like, fine. I kissed her goodbye. But then I watched the Direct, and then I watched it again, and I was like, Ed! He's like, what happened? I just woke up. I was like, the Direct happened!
So I had to yell at Corey because he was interrupting my time with the Direct.
See?
Yes, Jesse.
Do you see how excited I am? Ah!
Yes, Jesse, I was sneezing a lot. But besides that, wow. Literally just wow. But hello, everybody. Hi, Power Block.
I want to point
Good
out
morning.
one thing. Well, two things. One thing I thought, since all that 1080 stuff was swirling around, like the trademarks and stuff,
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna get an Avalanche HD remake.
I think we'll probably get one next Direct. Because I mean, this mini Direct, it was just okay. Here's just some announcements, real quick. You know, when they really go in and have some more production to it and stuff, I think that's where we'll probably find out more. Because I'm like 15 minutes into just filed to trademark. That I don't think that would have been enough time for it.
Yeah.
So do you think they'll have one in like March or April or
It's
something?
probably gonna be April.
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
April because that would time it up with like E3's Direct in June.
Right,
Okay.
because they want to get the stuff for 3DS added on, and because this Direct didn't have no 3DS, I think this one was just like showing what's coming in a couple of months.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So let's go. Let's get two things out of the way. No Pokemon, no Metroid. I don't think any of us were really expecting that, but that was the big rumor going around. Because, like, dude, last year they were just logos on, and like
Yeah.
Pokemon was literally just the guy sitting at the desk drawing something. So like, we didn't even get a logo, not even the generic Pokemon logo. So, I'm not surprised, but I am completely surprised at everything else except for one thing that I called 4 months ago, or somewhere on Nintendo Power Block, which was Mario. I said a Mario sports game would come out this year.
Yeah. That was like one of the last episodes, yeah.
So,
Of Power Block, I think you said that.
maybe it was sooner than that. I don't know. I just know that I said it at some point somewhere on this show. But Mario Tennis, so I'm okay with that. I wanted Mario Golf, but it's okay. Mario Tennis is just as good. And they added the story mode thing that from the GameCube version, so
yeah.
Yeah.
but let's run down this list. So we got only, let's see, we got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 games shown in a 14-minute Direct.
With some of them just updates,
Right, but
like DLC.
right,
you know.
but some of the other ones are like new announcements and everything shown was for the first half of this year. So,
Yes.
Let's start out. The World Ends With You remix for Nintendo Switch. Perfect fit for the platform. Had no expectation that this game would ever come out again.
I think with it being this 10-year anniversary, it's a perfect time to bring it back because people missed it and didn't understand how the game played. Because I didn't see a lot of copies of the World Ends With You. So Square might have just like shortchanged this game. Now that it's on a bigger platform, it's gonna get. I think people are gonna really pick this up and pay attention to it. So there's gonna be more sales. I'm definitely. It's day one for me.
Well, like when it came out on DS, like I didn't know what it was, so like I didn't pick it up right away, and I was like too involved in like there's something else that came out right around there that was really big. I was like, oh, I might pick it up later. I'm not sure. No, you know what it was? they had released Final Fantasy 3 remake, and it was like it was getting really good reviews, and I was like, well, this is the only one never released in North America, and I owned a version of every Final Fantasy at the time except for that one, so I was like knee deep in that. And then The World Ends With You came out like maybe 2 months later, and I was like, I just played a Square RPG. I don't know if I can play this right now. And like, I skipped it, and by the time I tried to get around to it, like, that game was so short printed because it didn't sell.
Yeah.
That I couldn't find a copy for less than like a used copy for more than what it was originally at retail. So I was like,
yeah, I couldn't find a copy at all. Like, no stores was carrying it.
Yeah.
For some unknown reason.
Yeah. So, but Jesse, what do you think of this?
It looked good, actually. That's one thing with having the Switch is like, I'm kind of looking forward to getting into some of the style of games that I really haven't picked up and played since, like, I was in high school or whatever, middle school. Like, like, I'm especially looking forward to some of these RPGs and stuff that are coming out on Switch, because like a lot of the ones that we've seen so far and the ones that are out and things like Battle Chasers that's supposed to be coming out, still yet, I'm looking forward to that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I like this game. Before I say that, I like the art style of this game. I like the concept of this game. I haven't played it, and I know there was a very kind of low-end iPhone port of this game, and like, if I'm going to play an RPG like that, I'm going to want buttons. I'm sorry, but so this is like the perfect time for this game to come out right now. So this is the first kind of like step in what we were talking about late last year, was Square really wanting to support the Switch in different ways, and this is that first step, along with like Lost Spheres coming later this month, and then Project Octopath Traveler, which I'm surprised we didn't see.
Yeah,
surprised we didn't see that, or Fire Emblem, actually, now that I think about it.
And I think that's why there's going to be a bigger direct in April.
Yeah.
Even though Lost Sphere is coming out this month, for them to rush a lot of stuff like that, I think they were just giving heads up, hey, we got some stuff for you guys, but it's not the full thing just yet. Because I'm like, no 3DS, no Amiibo, and none of the stuff that Nintendo really is trying to push and stuff. That's like, okay, something bigger is coming. But what they fed us right now, shoot.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I get some more?
Yeah. Speaking of more, Pokken Tournament DX is getting DLC. Surprisingly, since this is like the definitive version of the game. So we're getting a fighter pack, and they're coming in Wave 1 and Wave 2. You can pre-purchase it now, and I think the first pack is coming, what'd they say, early February, I think?
Yeah.
And I don't know which Pokemon they're adding. I'm terrible at this. Sorry, everybody. Oh, they're adding, let's see. I'm scrolling through the direct real fast. Yeah, there's
3 of them.
There's Aglash, Blastoise, and Celebi, and whatever the other equivalent of that of Celebi is from Gold and Silver. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to scroll through this, and it's not doing what I really want it to do. But we're getting 2 waves of DLC for Pokken Tournament. Blastoise is confirmed. Aglash, I'm sorry for all you Pokemon fans out there. I can't, anything past Gold and Silver, I'm like, sorry. Ugh. So I'm excited for Blastoise though, because Blastoise is always the challenge for Charizard, and I'm just like, dude, Charizard's
really?
the best. Charizard's the best. Shut up, Ed. Nobody started with Bulbasaur. Don't start.
Squirtle.
Oh man, but DLC for Pokken Tournament. I don't know if either of you have Pokken Tournament, but I play a little bit of the Switch one, and it's good. I don't know.
I
posted a while ago. I played against my son, and he kicked my butt royally. and I was even trying. So
Nice.
either
Jesse's
he's
establishing
really
here.
good at that game, or I'm just really bad.
Jesse's establishing here that he's bad at 3D fighting games and can't beat a child at Pokemon.
Although I guess I can't say my son plays them either because it's like the first time he's ever played. So.
Speaking of kids games, Kirby Star Allies coming March 16th.
And me.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that game. Actually, it actually looks entertaining, unlike the last couple that have came out for 3DS.
Yeah.
I could see Kirby as a 2D shooter, and I would just enjoy every. I would spend $60 plus on that game if they ever.
Dude, what if they made it like Cuphead? What if they made a What if Nintendo went and made a like 30 style cartoon for Kirby and made it like Cuphead?
Then Nintendo already won Game of the Year. That game will already won Game of the Year. I don't care.
Honestly, that would stir up some excitement for Kirby.
But guys, didn't you just watch the Direct? He has Spider-Man powers.
I know, and he also has a new paintbrush ability, which looks really cool.
And I actually like the whole mixing of the elements too, like where you can shoot the ice at like the water and the water type. Like you have that companion or whatever that you can basically change into different things or whatever.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is a spread gun for Contra. I want this game. Like it literally just become a day one purchase for me. I mean, I was gonna get it anyway, but now I gotta beat somebody's kid and make sure that they don't get the game because I won it first. Like I put out one copy at work and then buy the other one the moment we open up the store.
And you're gonna ruin somebody's Christmas.
Too bad. Literally too bad. Because Kirby, like I said, Kirby is a hot seller for Nintendo. And this one, I definitely must have. It's most of the Kirby games that have came out for the consoles, I always get. I don't really get much of the 3DS ones, even though they're good.
Robobot was like the first Kirby game I bought since Epic Yarn. It was actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
The robot is that the one where you're Kirby and then you go into that robot thing?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it was dumb, but it was fun.
I don't know.
It's more appealing to kids because kids will buy it on 3DS. Like Kirby, if kids don't know about Kirby now, if Nintendo keeps that game in stock throughout the year, by the time it gets to holiday, it's going to be the hottest title for Nintendo, and it's going to make them more money because it's going to be disappearing because people come in and ask for Kirby.
Well, and I
it's
think
going to be
the thing is.
Oh, sorry, Jesse.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I think that Kirby Star Allies is gonna be an ARM situation where like a lot of people right when it comes out are gonna buy it and then they're not gonna print any more copies because Ed, you said that like at least in your area, ARMS was really hard to find for the holiday, and I mean it's because it was one of those early titles that was like, oh maybe
well, they'll continue to print copies, because once they start seeing that game pick up in the holiday, once they see that game pick up, they're going to be sending more because the ARMS that we had, like even after we sold it, we still had it for a good while. And when it disappeared, Nintendo started restocking us. 10 ARMS in, 10 ARMS gone. Like Mario Odyssey, like all the Nintendo first party games, every time Nintendo stocked us, they were gone. So, and Kirby is like that. Kirby stays gone to where you sometimes have to tell people, hey, you can buy it on the eShop. We sell eShop cards, but people don't want the eShop cards. They want the digital copies. So they'll go around stores in Illinois and can't find any. Like, I even went up to GameStop in Wisconsin, Kenosha. They were all sold out of copies of Nintendo games. Yeah. So it's going to be a hard game to find. The people don't get it right away. And Nintendo doesn't stock it.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, and then in my opinion, though, I think too, like the one thing that this new Kirby is gonna kind of replace and is like all the people who bought the Bomberman who are hoping for like an amazing like multiplayer game, and I don't know. I just don't feel like Bomberman was really that solid. I mean, it's okay. it's okay if you like Bomberman, but like I played it a couple of times with my friend, and I didn't really get into it as much.
Well,
But I think with this game gonna be 4 player, I think this game will be a lot bigger for multiplayer, like the whole multiplayer aspect.
well, Bomberman is a whole different story because of the stuff with Kojima and Konami. People just turned their back on Konami. So people were surprised that Konami put a console game on Nintendo because it's been years. Like I think maybe N64. No, GameCube was the last game. Well, no, Wii, because Konami did put a game out on Wii, but that was the last time they put anything out for that system. And they had never put anything else out for Nintendo. So to see them back on and get the reception that they put, even though if it's a decent game, seeing them put that game like that and that series on a Nintendo platform, and it did the sale numbers that it did, it surprised Konami itself because people were expecting no one to buy Super Bomberman R because go ahead, Corey.
Oh, I was just gonna say I think Konami was expecting to use that game as like their like. I'm not like trying to
Testing the waters,
bag on Konami or anything, but like Konami makes a lot more money doing other things besides video games, and I think Konami was looking to add this to that list of, look, we developed a video game that didn't make enough money for us, and they put like you can see it in the game where like. It's a fun little game, but like you can see the production value in that game is not high. You know, like not that team didn't work really hard, but they obviously didn't have like a big budget to go out and make maybe the Bomberman game they wanted to. You know, up to the cutscenes look like paper cutouts. So like, you know, I think Konami was looking to point their finger at this game and say, look, Bomberman didn't sell, and it ended up selling. I think like. Within the first 6 months, I think like 500,000 copies. It sold just as much as Street Fighter 2 for Switch at that point. So like, you know, I think Bomberman has a viable living space on the Switch. From that perspective, I think Konami might actually look to make a sequel to Super Bomberman. But you know,
we'll see what happens if they release
that
the
game. That game is really hard to find now too. Speaking of games that are hard to find, Super Bomberman is really hard to find. You know. So,
yeah.
But let's get back to this direct. I'm sorry. I know Jesse wants to go to bed because he has to work later. But where was I? Okay, so after Kirby Star Allies, they. Reminded us that the demo for Kirby Battle Royale was on the 3DS right now. And then also available right now is the demo for Dragon Quest Builders, which is the Minecraft-style Dragon Quest RPG. It actually... You know what this game reminds me of? Is the next evolution of Dark Cloud. Remember Dark Cloud for PS2? Where you have to, like... You go into this town and you have to like rebuild this town from the ground up by going and dungeon crawling and mining stuff and fighting enemies and stuff. That's what this game reminds me of. If like Dark Cloud went the Minecraft road, and it looks like
if Dark Cloud was actually a good game.
Ed, we're gonna have a chat. Later.
I have 1 and 2 on my PS2. They're great games.
Dark Cloud 2, Dark Cloud 1 is better than Dark Cloud 2. I know that's like an unpopular opinion for fans of that franchise, but Dragon Quest Builders, Ed, go. I know you're excited for this game.
Okay, so I had just got this game for PS4, but I was always going to get it for Switch. Unexpectedly, them putting a demo out. Everybody, you have got to play this game. From the reviews
that's going to benefit this game so much. A demo, because like
yes, because the thing about it is people in Japan know more about it, but it didn't do so well. It did somewhat so okay here in America, but because PS4 never got a demo and some people not really into Minecraft. you now could get your kids to try something else outside of Minecraft. And now this demo will help pick up sales for the game. And it's easier to understand, it's easier to construct. The fighting and stuff is easier. Uh you'll be able to, I think they'll teach you on how to build stuff. I don't know how long this demo is. I hope it's like an hour or two so you can really understand the basics and go about the day. But I'm super excited. This was so unexpected that they were dropping the demo for it. So now, if and hopefully when the game comes out, it does really great sale numbers, because giving it a second life on Switch, I think it'll pick up. And I think this will also benefit PS4 owners now if they're interested in getting the game. They finally get a chance to try it. Now the question is, do we get Dragon Quest 11 announced for the next direct?
I bet
that's
that's an E3 thing. Dragon Quest 11, that's a big game. They want to put that, like, if they're going to show Pokemon and Metroid this year, like, they're packaging Dragon Quest with that.
Nintendo is set for the next full direct or for E3, because what they just released now is great. It started 2017 off for the Switch. Now their next direct, they're going to have to hit it with some like unexpected previews of those actual announced games, because man, Dragon Quest 11 being at E3 with more information about Dark Souls, but we'll get into that later, and maybe Prime and Smash or whatever. That's a good E3 if all of that stuff happens. Like a solid E3 where it's just like, Nintendo, you guys might take another E3 for conference of the year.
Yeah. Jesse, what do you think about Dragon Quest Builders?
I'm actually gonna try. Probably gonna download the demo and try it, because, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I really hope that they keep up with this trend that they're kind of going on, where they're releasing demos. Because like that game that I talked about, on Arsenal X that I played the demo of for that, like, I probably wouldn't have tried it or even thought about buying it had they not had that demo there to try it. So I think they really could capitalize. Like, if anyone could capitalize on having demos for games, I think it would be Nintendo. So
it's a good market in itself, because just think about it. Even though you get a small demo, you kind of get a small game on the go, and that's awesome.
Well, you think Square's been doing it? I mean, Square's quietly been doing it for their products anyway, because you look at like Lost Sphere and Project Octopath Traveler, and like, dude, those demos are great. And like them, I think it's benefiting Square to be like, look, let's take a little bit of a hit on development and put out a demo, and it'll benefit us in the long run, which is smart, which I think more companies need to do. And Dragon Quest especially, like, it's a bigger known franchise for them, but like, at the same time, it does, like you said earlier, Ed, it doesn't really sell great over here. And for people to get a little bit of a taste of that game, oh yeah.
What happens is that these companies are going to look at social media, and they're going to see the talk of people playing these demos, and probably respond to, if there's great responses to it, that might have great guaranteed sales to it.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on here. Hyrule Warriors Deluxe Edition.
Yeah.
So this is different from the Wii U version and different from the 3DS version in the fact that they are remixing both versions and putting them into this game, and all the previous DLC is also in this game, and they're adding Breath of the Wild content to this game. So you can play as Link or Zelda from Breath of the Wild, which is awesome. So look, like I was telling Jesse earlier, when I started like this podcasting stuff, and Ed, I told you too, like I got rid of a bunch of like games to fund like building a PC for the editing and stuff, and I sadly got rid of a lot of my Wii and Wii U library, and Hyrule Warriors was one of them. And I'm glad. I was like, man, Fire Emblem Warriors is great. I hope they bring Hyrule Warriors in some fashion over, even if it's a sequel or whatever. And like, this is cool. I'm glad they're doing this, and it's a great way to appease people who want more Zelda, but
Yes.
don't maybe like it's not really eating into the Zelda, like releasing a general Zelda game, but it's still feeding the Zelda fans more Zelda. And putting it in a game like this, I thought the first time was really smart. And I hope they add that little 2D thing too.
Probably so, because it sounds like they're mixing both games.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, when we get to the final game, I got some. I don't know if you read it yet, Corey, but I'll add some more info about that when we get to the last game.
Yeah. Jesse, what do you think about Hyrule Warriors?
I'm normally that style of game isn't really my thing, but I actually think that if kind of like Mario Rabbids did with the whole like, that XCOM style of gaming, I think that like this game could actually be something that would make me play a game style that I'm not normally into. So
Yeah.
You got
because
it.
I did go back and try XCOM after beating Mario Rabbids, and I'm like, nope, still don't care.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get into it. But Mario Rabbids, I'll play it all day.
Oh my gosh, dude. And like, okay, sorry. I don't want to get off track here, but we're
Hold
gonna
on, Corey.
we're gonna talk about Mario Rabbids in a little
Hold on
bit.
1 second. Jesse, you have to listen to the butt rock music in Hyrule Warriors. It is amazing. It is so good. It is so good.
Yeah. The next game on our list is, I can't wait for this because the Wii U one was so disappointing. Mario Tennis Aces is coming to Nintendo Switch. I should be telling you guys dates on all these because I have the dates listed. So Hyrule Warriors is this spring. Kirby Star Allies March 16th. Okay, so up to date. Okay, good. Mario Tennis Aces spring 2018. The one for Wii U was really disappointing and bare bones. Like, the mechanics were fun, but there was no story mode. There's no upgrading your character stuff. And this one is bringing back the Mario Power Tennis stuff from the GameCube version, where you're going through the story and fighting bosses as a tennis player and like really kind of progressing through this thing. And I'm just like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Thank you. It kind of like, even the one for 3DS was kind of like meh. But man, who's excited for Mario Tennis? This guy, Jesse. Ed's not.
I am.
He's like,
I loved Mario Tennis, and
it's like
I said, I like Mario Golf better, but it's not that much better than the tennis. So.
Well, here's what I was saying earlier. Like,
I'm going to get it, but I'm not excited because the Mario Sports Series just doesn't do anything for me.
Are you sure it's just because tennis isn't just a white sport?
No, I would. I mean, I would get it, but the Mario Tennis things, they just don't do nothing for me. I want a full Mario volleyball game. That's what I want.
Oh, remember the rumor of that Mario like volleyball cross wrestling game?
Yes,
that's
what I want.
Maybe, I mean, look,
Nintendo's
Nintendo's already proven this.
Mario hockey,
dude.
That's the Winter Olympics.
Look, Nintendo's already proven that this gen for them is everything is on the table. So,
yeah.
Dude, what if we get like Mario version of Rocket League in the next Mario Kart or something?
Day one purchase. I would pre-download that mug and buy the physical version.
Oh man,
Mario Pulse.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of sport.
The next game on our list for this summer is another RPG, Yves 8, which
yeah.
talk about an obscure RPG series that only like the hardest core of the hardest core PlayStation RPG fans know.
It's not even that, Corey. It just came out for PS4 no longer than 3 months ago.
Oh, I know.
This is
Woo.
all right.
Yeah.
NIS America, you stepped up your game big, meaning that the Skyrim 5 really did good on Switch. For them to port East 8,
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude.
and you're releasing it in the right time. RPGs in the summer is the best thing to have on the go. And they're still marvel at how great. In fact, Game Informer gave East 8 best combat for a handheld, or for RPG, Japanese RPG. So that's good.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited. Jesse,
Yeah, I find it.
what about you?
It actually looked really good.
Yeah.
I was interested.
Let's see what sales happen at my store, and I'll get your address. And I know you on a budget, and I'll just send you a copy.
Oh, man.
Sounds good.
Oh man, dude.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Corey's a whole nother story, because I had to fight with him before I sent him 16,000 things to be like, you need to have this, and if you're on a budget, I need to ship it to you.
No, Ed, I'm fighting you. Okay, we're gonna fight. Which reminds me, I need to get both of you guys your Christmas stuff soon. Anyways, moving on to the next bit of news. Mario Odyssey online balloon mode featuring Luigi is coming. I thought at first they were like, hey, remember that NES classic balloon fight? Well, we're adding it to Mario Odyssey. And I got really excited at first, but it's really just a bunch of like competitive, like lightly competitive mini games that, you know, it's 2 players, 1 player plays as Luigi and 1 plays as Mario. A lot of really cool stuff in there.
Yeah, just mostly hide and seek, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a hide and seek, and I think there's a racing mode in there too. I didn't like they showed both players floating, so I don't know exactly. Once we like really get to dissect this thing, I'm sure we'll do it on PAL Block, a proper PAL Block episode. So you guys excited for Mario Odyssey content?
It's free. I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
I need to get Mario Odyssey first.
SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. SNK bringing out their newest fighting game to the Switch first, it looks like. Not even in arcades yet. Ed and I were like scrambling to look it up. We were like, what is this SNK game? And it's literally a tag team fighting game featuring all of SNK's female characters.
Yeah.
And it looks phenomenal. That art style is amazing. That art style is awesome.
It's not even on any other platform.
No, it's Switch first and then arcades. It's not even coming to PS4 or Xbox One yet.
Ooh.
So
yeah, it's going to be if they could get it out by Evo and it really plays good, I'm down for it. I'm up for buying this game day one.
Yeah, and they showed people playing it with like just the Joy-Cons, like popping off the Joy-Cons in 1-2 players. So like probably simple to play and hard to master, like a good fighting game should be. And wow, dude, that art style, that like I'm not even a huge fighting game person. Like we've talked about the 30th anniversary Street Fighter edition, and like I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna get that just because I already have Street Fighter 2, and I'm like, I don't really need 47 versions of Street Fighter on my Switch. But this game is definitely like, I went from like not caring to like I'm gonna buy that ASAP.
Namco Bandai Namco, you might want to rethink Soul Calibur 6.
Or
you might
Dragon Ball Fighters.
I'm gonna be honest. I've kind of always secretly been a bigger fan of like the SNK like arcade games versus the Street Fighter. Like I don't know what it was. It was just I liked the style. Like it wasn't as polished as Street Fighter, but it almost made it better in a way.
The SNK fighters are very technical if you get down to it. If you stay there and you learn the system. Where Street Fighter is just like once you learn it, you can just reiterate it over and over. Like there's no new nothing new you really have to learn. So this man, if this turns into a RPG, a platformer, an indie, and a fighting game, like fighting system, and probably maybe shooters and stuff, man, Switch may just be the all-in-one. Yeah. And they may just surpass their 20 million goal that they're trying to hit. Because, like,
dude,
Sega,
I mean, you need there's enough on this list to get, like, even with no Mario and Zelda this whole year, no Mario and Zelda, well, Hyrule Warriors, but you know what I mean? Like, no proper Mario or Zelda. Which at E3, I still think they're going to announce a new Super Mario Brothers game for Switch. Like, they've got to have a Mario game this year, and I think that's gonna be it because it's the easiest one to like develop, you know.
Well, I still think Mario Maker 2 is gonna come.
Yeah, it's either gonna be New Super Mario Brothers or Mario Maker. You're right. But like this list right here is enough to get people excited for a whole year, and this is just the first half.
This is just guaranteed sales that Switch is going to sell out to adult gamers.
Yeah.
Maybe some teens and fans who love the series, they're going to be like, okay, now let's look into a Switch. If Nintendo could continue to supply more Switches, this is going to make sure that people buy one.
Yeah. Next on the list, Neo Geo Art of Fighting 2 is out now. So that's cool.
Yeah, when the eShop updates.
Yeah,
because Super Meat Boy comes out today also.
Yeah, So when the eShop updates, that'll be out. It's one of the hamster arcade games.
Yeah.
Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle Donkey Kong DLC. Awesome, dude. Ubisoft captured the perfect like art, like. Ubisoft has done what Disney did for Disney Infinity and made all of these weird characters kind of just like fit together in this universe, like the Rabbids and the Mario characters, and now they're putting Donkey Kong in here. Donkey Kong looks so good in this game. Like Donkey Kong looks fantastic in this game, and I'm I went from like, I don't know if I'm gonna get the expansion pass for Mario Rabbids to like. I'm going to GameStop or Best Buy from here when we get off or whenever we're done and going to purchase an eShop gift card to get the DLC. Like that's How do you guys feel?
I'm going to wait because I want to beat the game first before I get the DLC.
Well, yeah, I need to beat the game too, but
like
you guys gotta get it.
No. Jesse, we can't help it. Dude,
Jesse, I counted my Switch library yesterday. I have 24 physical copies, and like I have so many games for Switch already. It's like ridiculous.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I was looking at the I need 17 more physical copies of games for my Switch, and then I'll have all 32. I think it's 32 at the moment. And I haven't even got into my indie stuff yet. So bear with me, Jesse. You know me. I'm buying games for like 3 systems and 3DS /
Yeah, no, I'm like, just joking with you guys.
Oh, but Mario, because I'm on the second world, so I need to catch up and I need to finish it. Yeah, this content I'm gonna wait for. Because I think they got one more pack or something, or this is just the first part of it, the first pack.
I think this is it for now, but I mean it's possible that they could be releasing more. But I think if they do though, it's gonna kind of be like this, where they're gonna keep it pretty secret.
Yeah.
Because they really, I did not expect that at all. So.
Well, I think it was time for them to announce the show something because they put it out there that, you guys could buy this in advance. But I think now this just solidifies that this is what you guys are getting within it.
Yeah.
And Donkey
Yeah.
Kong, probably nobody even thought that Donkey Kong, because it could have been something from Prince of Persia. It could have been something from the other Ubisoft games, or maybe obscure Nintendo games. Like, who would think that you would keep it in somewhat in the Mario universe by adding Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I would have, like, if they were to say, "Hey, we're gonna make an expansion," what do you think it's gonna be about? That I probably would have said Donkey Kong is only because of the one boss
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that you go against that was basically Donkey Kong, and it was kind of weird going against a Donkey Kong character without there actually being any reference to Donkey Kong in the game. So like to me it makes sense because of that. And I
Yeah.
probably would have picked him only because of that, because I can't really offhand think of any other characters that they mocked that aren't in the
Oh,
game.
though everybody for a whole loop. The rabbits affect Mario's head, and everybody goes back to Super Mario Brothers 2, since that game was in the dream world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have them fight. Somehow that frog comes back, and the mouse and the little mask things. Like, literally, the reskin Doki Doki Panic. They literally ooh, that'd have been crazy doing Doki Doki Panic as special DLC for Mario and Rabbids. That would throw everybody off. Everybody be like, wait, what? Because people be confused, be like, what the heck is this? They're bringing Doki Doki Panic to Mario and Rabbids? Oh, it would be on and popping.
That would actually
right now.
like really fit. That'd be exciting because there's still like another piece of story DLC coming for that game, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, that's gonna be cool. The next three games, the one I really want to get to is Faye, but Payday 2 comes out February 27th. They showed it running on Switch for the first time. That game is probably gonna be a cool co-op game. It's just like that game's been out for so long. Is it like at this point, like, I understand we want games on Switch, but at this point, Payday, why? Like why? It hasn't. It's been out long enough for people who play it are already playing it, and like hasn't been like out of conversation long enough to be like, oh, that'd be cool if they remastered it, like LA Noire for Switch last year or Skyrim.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It looks cool though. Like I want to be excited for it. I think it looks cool.
I think for that, the reason, maybe one of the reasons that they went with something like that is because I think that game would go really well as a co-op, like, in the same room type thing.
Yeah.
Where you can both be on your Switch and not have to worry about, screen size and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
A split. Like, I think it's, it's a fairly big franchise.
I mean,
I think it's bigger than we think it is too. I just like we just don't talk about it because it's not really in our gaming zeitgeist. So like, it probably has like a fantastic community surrounding it. It's kind of like, Grand Theft Auto Online has a huge online community and we just never talk about it, and not that Payday is to that scale, but like,
well, yeah, because it's like it came out in I really don't know who owns it, and maybe it's a bigger game through on PC, because like console, I
think it was free on Xbox 360 Games with Gold at some point.
Yeah, I think I have it, and I think I actually have it somewhere in my my collection. So yeah, because I think it was free.
Yeah,
but I mean, I hear people talk about it, but yeah, I mean, it's not exactly in my view.
Our wheelhouse.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's cool. That's cool. That's coming out for Switch soon.
Yeah, and then EA showed off Faye, which comes out the same day as Bayonetta 1 and 2 on February 16th. And as amazing as that game looks, dude, come on, Switch fans, 99% of Switch fans are going to pick Bayonetta over Faye.
I think they're going to pick both of them.
Because Bayonetta is amazing, and everybody hates EA right now. So
You know what? I will show EA, and I will show more that indie developer making that game more love over EA. So I'm going to pick up Faye.
is
Yeah,
it getting a physical release? Do you know?
No, it's not, because
Yeah, and
the thing about it is that since it hasn't been talked and shown a lot, I think they're not ready to print out, because if it gets a physical release, it's going to stand on shelves for PlayStation, Microsoft. People are just going to avoid it, and if it comes out to Nintendo, hopefully it'll be like $30. Because people, then that means that you have two games to look forward
Well,
to.
how
You got
much?
the
How
Bayonetta
much was
collection.
Unraveled? Do you know? Was it
Unraveled
$19.99 or
was
$24.99?
It was I think $40, 30
Oh,
or 40.
really?
Yeah. It might
Yeah.
have been 20.
I think it was $29.99.
Nope. List price $39.99. PlayStation,
so it was-
PlayStation Network, and Xbox Live.
Okay.
There's places that have it on sale, obviously, but
Or it's free with Games Pass on Xbox.
yeah.
No, it's not on Game Pass,
Or
because
not Games Pass, with EA Access. I have
with
EA
EA
Access.
Access, yeah.
So.
Yeah, because it's only a digital copy. So it was only digital. They never made a physical release. So Faye, I think Faye, it looks smaller, and the production doesn't look cleaner and tighter as Unraveled was. So it might actually be, if they do physical, it'd be nice to do it at 40. If they do digital, I think a $30 price point would fit it fine.
Yeah, I'm personally I'm excited for that game. Like, since I've seen it, like the first day I seen it, it just looks really interesting to me.
And it would be good. And see, I don't want EA to be just disband Nintendo and everything. EA needs to market this game. Nintendo does it. Because Nintendo, if they do all the marketing, EA gets the benefit, and then we still get the low budget stuff from EA. And so I think that would be unfair if EA wants Nintendo to market this game, and then we don't really receive anything for EA. So.
Well, and as long as EA knows that we're watching.
Oh
Yeah.
Everybody's everybody.
That's the thing. You don't have to completely not buy stuff from them, but if they try pulling crap like they did with the Star Wars game, well then you don't buy it if you know.
Yeah, this is the thing. All three platform owners are watching EA. It doesn't matter if whatever you way that EA wants to treat Switch, that's fine. But now people are looking at you as a company, and they're looking at your products. So if you treat Nintendo this way, if you're going to treat Sony and Microsoft with the Battlefront thing, that's going to be a big problem for Anthem.
Yeah.
Very big problem.
Yeah. The last indie game announced was Celeste, and it's coming January 25th, and it looks pretty cool too.
Yeah, I think this game was on PS4. I seen it like on the PSN store. I'll probably pick it up. I think I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something new.
Okay, so these last two are pretty big, and I know this is a long reactions video. I'm sorry, internet, but you get over it. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze coming to Nintendo Switch with Funky Kong and his surfboard. Dude, I'm so excited. Like, gosh, before I get to how excited I am for this, my only thing is I'm surprised they didn't do a Donkey Kong Country Returns collection and have Donkey Kong Country Returns packaged in. Even if they did the Resident Evil Revelations thing where, like, oh, one game's on the cart and you download the second one type thing. And maybe they will. I don't know. But, even though I already own this game twice, I have the Wii version and the 3DS version. But I think that first game is just phenomenal.
Corey, it's just a day one purchase. We can move on.
I know.
Like Tropical Freeze, like this game is literally so good. And because people miss it who did not own a Wii U won't understand the type platforming and the challenge of this game.
Yeah.
This game is
this
beautiful.
makes me hope. This makes me hope that they make a left Joy-Con with a proper D-pad. Because like that game, this game needs like in all joking aside, this game needs a proper D-pad to play.
Yes.
Like that D-pad functionality on the Wii U is like that was my favorite part about DK Tropical Freeze on the Wii U was like the Pro controller had the D-pad and the face buttons on the same level. And
yes.
like for a lot of games that didn't really work well, but for 2D platformers that was the best thing they could have ever done. And like DK Tropical Freeze, it made that game 10 times better to have that D-pad and the face buttons on the same level. And like trying to play this game with the like I'll probably play it on TV most of the time because of the Pro controller, but when I'm sitting on the couch trying to grind out like secrets and stuff, like I want that D-pad. Like I might go ahead and buy one of those replacement kits with a proper D-pad just for this.
I want to, when I get it, I do want to play it portable first. Just to get the feel of it, just to see the difference, because I'm going to play it on TV with my Pro controller.
Right.
There's no and it's a but. You need tight controls for this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And everybody, if you own a Switch, if you own the Wii U version, still get this game. This game needs to be bought. Now, I don't know if Retro did this or anything. That's up to, we'll find out more information about that when the game party comes out. But this has got to sell big time. Yeah. And I think Switch is a great platform for people who missed it to play this game. Because you trying to get through one level on a train ride or a car ride, by the time you get to your destination, you reach that level.
Yeah. Yeah, Jesse, what do you think about this? Like,
I'm excited. I haven't played a Donkey Kong game in a long time, so like like I still play the Donkey Kong Country games on Super Nintendo.
Yes.
But those are my wife's because those are her games though. Technically, because she all of her Super Nintendo games or all of our Super Nintendo games are hers.
Oh, and before you go on, shout out to you for the Super Game Boy.
Oh yeah, I saw you post that the other day.
Yeah, because there's a couple of Nintendo or Game Boy games that I want to get still eventually too. And I wanted to get a Super Game Boy, or I found a Super Game Boy for like dirt cheap. So
I played Link's Awakening, also on the Game Boy Color, but I played it on the Super Game Boy. That game needs that remake.
I would love to see a Link's Awakening remake in the art style of A Link Between Worlds.
Yes.
And there was like, I read something somewhere like 3 or 4 months ago that game might be getting some sort of update treatment, and like that might be the game that Greco is working on.
Yeah.
But
I wonder, will Capcom touch another Link game? 2D.
I mean, I think they might. I think they would jump at the opportunity to make a top down, because like their Zelda games are the best ones. Arguably,
yes.
The Oracle of Ages and Seasons, and then Minish Cap.
Ooh, can we get a remake, 2-pack remake?
So I just. But anyways, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is arriving on May 4th, and that's not even like the end of May. So
Corey, before we even go on, we get to the last game. We have to redo a whole schedule list. Like, we got to go through almost everything because...
Oh, I know. We're going to talk about it on Paw Block proper. So,
yeah, but...
slow down. We'll get there.
Within 5 months, Corey, this is crazy what the list is.
I know, and it's nothing that we already know is coming. So, wow. Okay, so the last thing shown on the Direct was a Dark Souls Remastered, which Namco Bandai came out and said that this game is being remastered for PS4, Xbox One, and PC as well. But Dark Souls Remastered is coming to Switch on May 28th, 2018.
No. So, Dark Souls coming to Nintendo Switch for improved frame rate and resolutions, as well as the Torius of the Abyss DLC. And this launches May 25th.
That's what I said.
You said 27th, 28th. You was like days off.
I said 28. I said May 20. I said May 25th. 20.
You said May 28th. You didn't say the 25th.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. 25th, 2018 is what I meant.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be buying this. I'm picking this game up on Switch.
Oh yeah, I'm not buying it anywhere else. Are you kidding? I'm not.
I mean, I because I own Dark Souls on PS3 and got killed the first 5 minutes and gave up. I'm definitely having this on Switch.
Man, I will be getting Dark Souls. I was like, I'm trying to chat with Moose and Matt in the NGR Facebook group because they're excited for it, and like. Yeah. You know, Antonio from our friend over at Switch Talk is talking about getting it on his Xbox One X because it's 4K, 60 frames a second. And then Matt and Moose are debating whether or not to get it on Switch or PS4. And then I'm like, well, I want it on Switch because that way I can play it on the couch.
Yeah.
Jesse, what about you?
Well, yeah, like the thing is, if I'm gonna get it, I'd get it on Switch, obviously, because I have all three on my Xbox, I believe, right now, and I should try them. I still haven't even played them at all yet, so.
Jesse,
but if I play it and I do like it, then I'll probably get it on the Switch.
Jesse, you look so tired. You look like you're ready for bed. See, like the reason
I just worked 11 hours, so yeah.
Yeah, the reason like we're doing this right when me and Ed wake up, but we're doing it while Jesse should be sleeping. So, but anything else you guys want to talk about for this direct before we wrap it up? That's it. To clarify, this is our Pow Block Reacts episode, so this will be a YouTube exclusive episode. So hopefully you guys will just like, subscribe, and share, and all that. Anything else you want to talk about, Ed, before we get out of here?
Yes. So everybody, if you check the Nintendo Pow Block Facebook page, there will be a picture going up. We're going to have a contest for you guys. So for all you Pow Blockers, if you enter, this is what it is. It's the Super Mario iHome headset, and you'll be able to see the picture for it. So while you guys are listening to it, it has a built-in microphone. So when you guys are listening to Power Block or any other podcast on the go, you guys can listen to it with your good headset. What I need you guys to do, though, is email the show at Nintendo Power Block. A very good, it could be a hypothetical question. Try to go out the box with this question. The question that Corey picks will be the winner. We're giving you guys 2 weeks, so we'll give you an official date when that show will go live. You won't know who win, so it won't be in the title until we actually discuss it, and you will have a chance to win that headset. So check out the Facebook page. It's going. When is this going live, Corey? Friday, or is Friday live now? You guys will be able to see how it looks. I'll throw the picture up, and send in your questions. We want to know. Send us something that we're really going to discuss. Like, go outside the box of what you're looking for 2018. Should Nintendo do this? Like, really make us think and have a longer, great discussion. We really want to have you guys that. Your question will be asked on expansion pack. So check it out when it goes live. So yeah, send in your questions to nintendoplowblock@gmail.com, and hopefully one of you guys will be the winner and you will receive that headset.
Yeah. Like I said, we're not going to do like complete outros or anything. Remember, this is Nintendo Power Block Reacts. We just broke down the Nintendo Direct for you. We will also be doing it in more depth on the podcast as well. You can download the Nintendo Power Block podcast on Tuesdays and Fridays on your podcast service of choice. It is now on Stitcher. I'm working on a couple other places for you to listen to it. So I just got it up on Stitcher, and I know a lot of people in our community have been asking that for a while. So you can find it there. Follow us on Twitter at NGR Power Block. Follow us on Instagram at Nintendo Power Block. NGRradio.com/Nintendo Power Block. You can watch all of the Power Block content there as well. Jesse, I'm glad you stayed awake and talked to us. Go to bed. I'm sorry this took so long. Ed, I'll see you in a few minutes for the podcast recording. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Peace out.
Woohoo!